Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to the Initiative Order, and welcome back to our continuation of our fundraising weekend, raising funds to help out the channel here. A little bit about why we are raising funds. So, making amazing streams and continuing to keep up with our quality unfortunately costs money through subscription services, things like Photoshop, our storage space with Dropbox, Envato subscriptions, Epidemic Sound subscriptions, so we can continue to use copyright-free music for all of our streams. So we are kind of just running games all throughout the weekend to help us cover our overhead costs. None of the funding that is raised through our Ko-Fi or Coffee, however you describe it, which there will be a link down in the chat. But none of those funds go to the team at all. It is strictly for improving our channel, helping us cover our overhead costs, and just continuing to, like I said, up our quality and continue to make streams with our wonderful friends here at the Initiative Order. We've raised quite a bit of money so far, so to those who have donated so far, truly from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. It means the world to us that you are supporting this channel, and it just really, invigorates us to want to keep going and continue to bump up our quality. There are two specific individuals I want to shout out, Grey Ghost and Alias Prime, two individuals who have been friends of the community for as long as I can remember, pretty much since day one, both of whom have donated so generously of $100 each, so truly thank you both so much. It means the world to us. With that, let's go ahead and meet our fantastic cast of goblins for today. We'll go ahead and just go around in the order that I see y'all. Let's start off with Christine.
Hey everybody, I'm Christine, and I'm gonna be playing the Moody Goblin Ranger Odney today.
Excellent, thank you so much. And I apologize, I see your subs are a little bit chopped off. That is my bad. Let me fix that for y'all. Sorry, chat. Let's go over to Kelsey next, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey. Today I'm going to be playing the Goblin Treasure Hunter, Trick or Treat.
Love it. Love it so much. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Lee Royal.
What's up, everybody? It is Lee Royal. I will be playing the one and only Narapso, the axe artist lumberjack warrior.
Hell yes. And I am so excited to have this next person back with us. One of our OG crew who's been on a bit of a hiatus. But welcome back, Keith. Please tell us who you are playing today.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back. Love you all. Miss you all. Today, I will be playing Kevin the Goblin. I am also a treasure hunter.
Excellent. Thank you so much. As for myself, I am Nate. I will be your GM for this journey. With that, let's go ahead and dive back into the world of Symbaroum. It is all bad and must be changed or destroyed. These words have been ringing in your head, Narabso, for the past few days. For in the time between stopping the sinkhole and the events that have transpired since in Thistlehold, you've taken some time to return to your home in the village of Krabanox, kind of the goblin headquartered village just to the east of Thistlehold. And these words ring through your head as they are the words of a very famous goblin, one called Palamuk. This goblin has long since passed, or at least disappeared. But this goblin was also known to be the creator of a very powerful artifact and treasure, one that has gone missing, at least for a while. However, it has been brought to your attention that they may have a trail as to where it hides. Somewhere deep in the capital of Ambria, under the Queen's watch. And it just so happens, Narabso, the hero of Krabanox, the conqueror of Thistlehold, you have been selected to lead a group of new goblin hirelings who are just now coming of age, getting ready to go out and adventure and learn the ways of the trade and all the secrets that this world has to hold. As the morning comes, you're summoned to kind of the large main makeshift tent here in Krabadox, as kind of this large ogre comes lumbering towards you, Narabso. He looks down towards you. Ah, glad to see you made it in. You ready to meet the new hires?
Of course I'm ready to meet the new hires. I mean, who else but to train and take on this task but the mighty Narazzo? You've heard of all of my tales, right?
Of course, who hasn't heard about all of your exploits around here? And
just making sure,
Narabso, would you please describe yourself to everybody? Who is this ogre talking to here?
He is talking to the double axe wearing, the bone knife wielding, the greenish and purple wearing, 4'2". Yep, 4'2", 119 pounds, little scrappy fella. And yeah, he has like such cool armor on. Like he has like this black vest, but the purple kind of hides underneath. He's always wearing these gloves that his counterpart King Legiana has always told him to wear. You see that he keeps a chain around his neck, but underneath you don't really see what he's actually having underneath, because a lot of things has changed. It used to be a finger, and I think it's a ring now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's even wearing like the gloves that he's wearing. They're on his ring finger. It's kind of a bulk of a ring that is the iron pact that he has procured. Not gonna say how he's procured, and he is he's looking very stylish.
Excellent. And Narabso, as you're standing there, you can see just standing behind this ogre what appears to be 3 small goblins, looking to be fairly young compared to you. Although in reality there's probably maybe like 6 months to a year difference between your ages, as goblins don't live super long in this world. But you see 3 of them standing up straight behind this ogre as he kind of steps to the side. Says, "All right, Narabso, your crew to train. This is Tricked or Treat. And Tricked, would you please describe who it is we see?"
So Tricked is standing there, and Tricked is very small, looking at like maybe 3 feet over there. Pink bandana, has like a big sack on her back that looks like it might be a little bit empty right now, except for maybe a little bit of weight back there. Has a little bit of a manic look in her eyes. That's about it.
Excellent. And standing next to Tricked, he kind of moves over and places his hand. And Odney, you feel kind of this giant ogre hand just kind of push down on your head. This one here is Odney. Odney, would you please describe yourself for us?
Yeah, you see this tiny little goblin who's got kind of like a very dark, like swampy green complexion and like a bright blue headband wrapped around their head. And as the hand crushes down, there's like this big puff of like black hair on the top, like this. He kind of comes down, and you see them start like holding the bow that they're holding, like ringing like this, like super nervously, and just like looking at you like this, like.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You're in good hands with this one, as he gestures towards Narabso. And last but certainly not least, this is... And you see him like look down at a scroll of parchment he's holding. Kevin. Keith, would you please describe what Kevin looks like for us?
Yeah, so he's also short, probably between Tricked and Odney, maybe. Yeah, he's one of the younger goblins by several months from Narabso. I am wearing a wolfskin armor given to him by his mom. Um, he's farsighted, so he has glasses, and he wants to collect things, but he likes collecting things at home. But his mom said he has to go outside and play, so he's here.
Excellent. And Rob, so as you see these 3 fresh recruits in front of you, the ogre kind of steps in once more. All right, Narab, so here's the deal. You're after an ancient stone called the Eye of Palamuk.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me write this down. You 3, be sure to write these down too. Eye of Palamuk.
It's about the size of a regular goblin eye. Can't miss it. Well, unless
That's small.
unless you're, I guess, not looking super hard, then you might miss it. Anyway, about the size of a goblin eye, some kind of stone. That's all I got for you.
You know what, Nathan? That's your name, right? Nathan.
Not
There wasn't a
heavy.
lot of information for finding this.
It belongs to our people, Narab, so you will be able to
no.
find it. Trust me.
No, just poor description on your end. Just it's an eye that's the size of a goblin eye. Just that's all you said.
I haven't seen it before myself. I've heard of it though. It's small stone the size of a goblin eye.
You think this legend would be a little bit more descriptive, but that's fine.
I mean, if you wish to hear the tales of Palamuk, I'm happy to discuss him more. The master crafter, kidnapper of child goblins, taking them out to corrupt them out in the woods type deal. Not the kindest guy, but made some really good stuff.
This plot really thick.
But this eye, though, it's important to our people, and I'd rather we take care of it rather than the Ambrians, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at the other goblins.
Never trust the Ambrians.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any particular direction that you want us to head towards?
We have word that it was last seen headed towards the capital itself, so southeast would be your best bet. A few days travel.
All right. In that case, listen up, recruits. This task might be a task where not only will we meet people that will find worthy to call adversaries, but you might also die. There are chances that you will die. But as goblins, we welcome death like an old friend. So before we go into battle, we always remember these 5 words. Is this how Narapso dies? Yes. You're not saying your name. You're saying Narapso's name. Just
Narabso dies.
yes.
This is the day Narabso dies.
No. Is this how Narapso dies? 5 words.
Oh, is this how Narabso dies?
Yes. Before every battle. Yeah. Kevin.
Are we supposed to have the answer to that today?
And Narapso walks over. He puts his hand on the shoulder and he goes,
If today is the day we find the answer, then today is the day that we find the answer.
And I'm still writing everything down because you didn't say to stop writing. So everything that Narabso's been saying, I'm scribbling down.
Let me just call potentially, if I remember, my warhorse Red Herring.
DM, do you ever find Red Herring?
Red Herring
I don't
has
think
been
we
missing
did.
for quite some time, unfortunately.
Let me just try anyways.
I heard a legend that Red Herring is still running to this day.
Can I call for my horse?
You can certainly try, Narabso. Go ahead.
All right.
Give me a cunning roll here. If you'd be so
Oh
kind.
no. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Ah, 12 for 7.
12 for 7. You shout out the name of Red Herring, your prized warhorse, hoping to hear the sounds of those massive hooves clopping your direction. Unfortunately, all you get is pure silence.
Out
Well,
of curiosity, DM,
Yeah.
is there any chance something red is in our view at all? Like anything the color red?
From your perspective, go ahead, give me a vigilant check, Tricked, if you're looking for anything red specifically.
16 out of 10.
16 for 10. You are not seeing much red, just lots of muted grays and browns out in this area, unfortunately.
Plot twist, we're all colorblind.
Well, gang, looks like we're walking.
Oh, no, if you want some mules, I can give you some mules.
Rapso does not ride any average animal.
Then walk.
Rapso only rides a great warhorse. But if you three would like to ride the lowest of standards for transportation, feel free.
Beats walking.
All
Sounds
right.
like a real treat.
Oh boy. I see that the example of being the lead goblin here is not. You guys got a lot to learn. Let's go. Does everyone have all the things that they need? Otney, I know that you are perhaps an archer of some sort. Do you have all your arrows, your special arrows, your ropes?
Yeah, and you see her like she doesn't answer you, but you see her like scramble really fast to like pull all of the arrows out of the thing to like show you everything that's like in her pockets, and it's like she's like fumbling with it, and she's like, yeah, I have all this stuff. Like
Yeah. Do you have any gloves? Does everyone have gloves? Everyone has gloves here, right?
What? Why would we have gloves? What?
It's...
Are we? I don't. What?
Oh,
Are
let me
those
tell
free,
you.
or do we have to buy those?
Ah, well. If you find any gloves, take the gloves.
Why?
He just winks. Ah.
Okay. Gloves and mules and all your basic supplies packed up and acquired. Is there anything else specific any of you would like to try to collect before heading out?
Guys, there's like this little stand, and they make like these cold bean drinks. They put a little like goat milk in them. Have you ever heard of them? They're like they're called like I think like cold Javas or something.
Ah. Is this important to the task at hand?
Well, probably Trix should have one, en route, because Trix goes crazy on that stuff.
Well, all right. It's crazy good. Crazy is good. Yes.
Sure.
I will love to see this crazy trick. Perhaps in battle, this crazy trick might just come in handy. So we will look for these beans in the drink as you suggested.
They're really good when they have this thing called like a nutty meg in them. Nutty meg. I think it's like a person's body parts they crush up and they sprinkle on top. But I don't really know because I've never seen crushed bones before.
Perhaps. If only my friends were around. I'm sure you've heard of them. There's Kovan, there's Leggies, there's Lark, and Aggie, they usually have lots of crushed bones lying about somewhere.
You hear a howl of offense in the distance as Larry like hears you forget your best friend's name, but okay.
I can still hear her screaming.
Wow, do you think that was your brown horse?
Oh no. That was just typical howls from a hurt friend is what we usually call it.
That didn't sound like a goblin scream. I thought we weren't supposed to be friends with Ambrians.
Oh, only those that you've shed blood with. Those are more of a family, more of a pact that you've made, if you will. Kevin,
So do you trust
this is a
Ambrians then?
free space. You don't have to raise your hand, bud.
So do I scratch out the part about the Ambrians that you said the first time?
No, keep it. Only once they've earned your trust. Trick, we've had this discussion. This is a free communication type of group. No hand raising.
I thought you said you're friends with people from here. Isn't this an Ambrian town? Am I wrong? Their
Yes.
nutty meg is great, but I think it's also from killing people.
Very well, it could be. Yes, Otney.
So you said that we don't have to raise our hands anymore, right?
This is correct.
That's are you okay.
From now on, we must only hand raise for the questionable is it time for battle situation. So when all of our hands are raises, that's when it's time for battle.
Okay. Got it.
Did you get that one down, Kevin?
Awesome.
I did. I wrote that one down. I got it. We all raise our hands when it's time for battle. What time is that? Anyway.
Neuropsa walks over, puts his hand on the shoulder. Once battle time has started, then that's when battle time has started.
It's like a riddle.
All right.
One of life's greatest mysteries.
With that, we'll go ahead and say you have everything you need packed up, loaded up onto your mules, as you begin making the journey following the dirt pathways towards the city of Indaros, which is the capital of Ambria here. You would know it's going to be about probably a 3-day journey from Karabadox, heading down to the southeastern portion of...
Hey, Skyman. Hey, does that include the cold Java? Did we get that?
Unfortunately, there is no cold Java available in Karabadox. You've heard of it. It's more of a drink reserved for some of the more wealthy Ambrians, so you may find it in the capital. Who knows? But as you begin journeying through, all loaded up on your mules, with the exception of Narab, so you are choosing to walk rather than ride one of these mules, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Clopping down the dirt pathway, you begin moving through kind of this large open field area. As you look behind you, you can start to see the massive palisade that surrounds Thistlehold. Beyond that, you see the large shadow of Davakar just kind of enveloping most of the lands beyond. Looking over to the west, you can see way far off in the distance the beautiful, massive Ravens Mountain Range. But you continue pressing through these open fields, and as you're walking through, everybody give me a vigilance check, if you would be so kind.
Six out of 10.
6 for 10, okay.
Ah.
2 out of 10.
2 for 10. Perfect.
2 for 12.
2 for 12. All right.
I got a 4 out of a 15.
4 out of 15. Good lord, you are all killing it. All right. As you are moving through this area, you all begin to see that the pathways that run between Thistlehold, Karabadox, and Indaros are very well traveled. You can see these very deep made wheel wells and wheel tracks kind of sunken down in the mud. However, it looks like up ahead, maybe about 60 or so feet, it almost looks like one of the wagon trails has just cut off very sharply and abruptly into the open field. And as you look, you can see kind of some of the tall grass has been kind of spread out and worn down.
Could be loot over there. I think Ani's gonna like, while she's been riding on the mule, she's just been kind of like playing with her bow, and I think she's gonna like swing it around to like point in that direction.
Loot! I love loot! Kevin! Treasure!
I hear tricked, but then I look back at Robso, and I'm like,
Yeah. Looting is fine, but only loot with your eyeballs. Touch nothing. Unless you're wearing gloves.
What?
Is that why we needed the gloves?
That is exactly why.
Do you guys have gloves? I have gloves.
I don't know.
Okay, if you don't have gloves, tear a piece off of your shirt, wrap it around your hand, and make a makeshift glove. Kevin, you have enough fur from your armor that you could probably, like the one that's hanging out by your waist. You don't need the waist fur. Just make.
but my mom made this.
And you know what? Mom would be very happy if you were very creative and made something to protect your hands from the cold. I can just see it now. Mommy Kevin Goblin is just, I'm so proud of you. And she'll be super happy.
I don't think you know Kevin's mom.
Let me try this again. I'm so happy.
Odney is gonna begin stealthing down the pathway.
Okay. Odney,
With the bow out.
give me a discreet check, if you would be so kind.
One more time, discreet.
Discreet, yes, please.
10 out of 10.
10 for 10. Okay, perfect. So you all see Odney as she climbs down off of her mule, bow out, and begins crouching her way through the grass, heading in the direction. Actions for the rest of you.
I'm gonna follow something, mimic her
I'll do
movements.
the same thing.
Okay, discreet checks, please.
14 out of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 11.
Can I just be watching from the back?
Yeah, absolutely. So you see Odney and Kevin almost moving in unison, just step by step, slowly inching their way through here. You see Tricked as she tries to start to mimic their movement before you see her little foot land right on top of this massive twig, and you just hear this very audible just snap underneath her feet.
Is there any reaction from the surrounding areas?
Give me a vigilant check if you'd be so kind.
Show you vigilance. 2 out of 12.
2 out of 12. As you look about in this area, looking for any type of movement or life, you don't see anything. You just hear the wind blowing through this area. But outside of that, no signs of any type of life around.
And Narafso yells,
You're in the clear.
I'm gonna yell back, okay.
But Odney, as you are the first one to kind of head off down this pathway, You are the first to see what looks to be an overturned wagon lying on its side, probably about 30 or so feet off the pathway here. It looks like the reins that would have been connected to the horses have been cut, and the horses have completely taken off. You can see that the canopy on the wagon itself has been torn to shreds and just ripped wide open, just little bits of fabric barely hanging onto the frame of this wagon. Looking about, you can see different crates and barrels kind of just strewn everywhere. Some of them look to have been completely smashed open. And as you approach, you can also start to make out what look to be bits of blood staining the grass.
I think I'm gonna let the treasure hunters check out the thing. Can I go investigate like the path of blood, like where the blood's leading through to the grass and everything, or see if it's maybe branching off in another direction, or if there's a body there?
Sure. Give me a vigilance check if you would, Odney. And anybody checking out the wagon, you may also give me vigilance checks.
I've joined. I've come in. I joined. I'm not doing anything. I'm just overseeing.
Perfect.
12 out of 15.
12 out of 15, okay.
16 out of 10.
Okay.
11 out of 10.
Okay. Kevin and Tricked, as you two are kind of searching through the wagon and going through the debris, you're not really finding much of note. It looks like a lot of what's been here has either been stolen or completely just decimated. Odney, as you're kind of keeping an eye on the blood trail, you do see that it kind of trails off to the north just a bit. And as you're kind of following it, it almost looks like something has been drug through this area. And as you continue to follow, you do see eventually the very much torn up body of what looks to be this Ambrian individual. While they were wearing a heavier plate armor, you can see that something has pierced clean through into the heart of this armor.
Is it still in there, or was it kind of like removed? So there's just the wound.
There's just the wound there. You don't see any type of weapon present in the armor still.
Okay. Can I pat down the body, see if there's anything on it that maybe looks important?
Yeah, give me a vigilance check as well as a cunning check.
Okay.
Do I recognize the armor?
Narabso, you would recognize this armor, as it is one of the, it's very similar to the armor that the brothers were wearing.
Vigilant. So the vigilant was 15 out of 15, and what's the other one? Cunning?
Cunning, yes, please.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Okay, perfect. So yeah, Narabso, you recognize this as Templar armor. Odney, as you're kind of patting down the body, you do find a piece of parchment tucked away in one of the pockets. And with the cunning, as you're kind of looking at the wound itself, you can tell just because of how jagged the scarring on the metal is. It was not made by a clean, like, smoothed edged weapon. It was something that looks to be designed to really rip and tear through flesh. And these weapons, you would know, are generally of goblin make.
Oh, okay. I'll return to Narabzo and give him the piece of paper and just tell him, there's a dead guy over there, most likely goblins.
Oh. Interesting. Interesting only because this dead guy he was once a Templar knight, and they are known for their skill set on the battlefield.
Are you sure it wasn't someone you killed, boss?
Nah, you come on. Yeah, stop. No, Narazzo knows that though the Templars cannot be trusted, they are also equally not ones to trifle with. I do have another faction of goblins under my command, but they only act under my orders, so Kranko would never do anything like this. Is there a trail where potentially we could find maybe the culprit?
The body was dragged, but I didn't see any other pathways leading away from the body.
Keep your ears open and your eyes sharp. Kevin! Tricked! Was there anything found in the wagon?
No, everything's been picked through.
We'll just steal later. We'll get it back.
Well, just, not saying that I don't believe you, but I'll also take a look. Oh, 15 out of 12.
Oh no. Similar situation. Just lots of empty crates, and anything of note looks to have been taken already from this area.
Well, most cases, sometimes we would pursue and find the culprit, but honestly, rule number 4, don't act unless you're getting paid for it. Let's all keep that in mind. We're not here to save the day. We don't need to be heroes. We
Wait.
already have a task at hand to find the eye of Pile of Muck.
Wait. But if we
What?
hunt them down, don't we get paid by stealing from them?
Well, that's only if there is something to steal that is worth of value. Most of these Ambrians, when things happen, they are slow to give out a reward unless persuaded on. And I gotta be honest, as a pariah, we don't do well with persuasion in the Ambrians.
Oh, that's kind of sad, but I get it. I mean, look what goblins did to that guy.
Yeah, you see that guy? Well, why should we be in the mix of that when we already have a task at hand?
Yeah.
I understand that the powers that be in your little goblin hearts are saying, do the right thing, but that's not us.
What does the paper say, boss?
Oh, yeah, that paper. Let me see. Yeah, let me open it up. What does this paper say?
You unfold the piece of parchment, and it just says, transfer at dawn, clock tower. Queen's Guard will be there.
Nope, nothing to do with us, everybody. It's just some transfer is happening. The transfer is happening. I don't think it says transfer at the clock tower in the Queen's Guard. This might just be like a financial transfer. What if someone is just moving all of their gold from maybe their checking account to their saving account, and they're just trying to make sure everything is just in their savings account? There's nothing suspicious about this.
Boss, I don't think you understand. I want to steal.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Right. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening to what you are saying.
Should we, while we're doing this other mission quest thing, I don't know, maybe follow up on this?
That's what your little goblin hearts want you to do. Listen to me, Trick. Maybe perhaps when we're looking for this pile of muck under the Queen's watch. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
is that watch a
Oh,
Rolex?
Oh, no. The Queen's watch the clock tower, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
I'll
Is that
tell you
similar to a
what,
Rolex?
Tricks. I suppose it could be on the way. We'll stop by. Maybe just peek in. Maybe just we'll poke our little goblin heads in, see what's happening, and if it's too much for us, because I Honestly, I don't know your skill sets. I don't know how strong or capable you guys are. You're not my usual crew. You remind me of my usual crew. Kevin with his glasses, like an old man, tricked, always contradicting. See what I did there? Contradicting Narabso, and Otney is always the ever useful one.
Are you saying we're not useful?
Just like my old team.
All right. If there's no more investigating going on in this area, we'll go ahead and say you continue moving down the trail. The rest of the day goes on without incident, not much of notice. You are all able to set up camp on the side of the road for the night, get a rest, full meal, unless there's anything specific any of you want to do at camp. We'll say the night goes off without issues.
Yeah. Red Herring, is that you?
Still no sign of your missing warhorse, unfortunately.
He dreams about him at night, calls his name out.
The morning comes and you continue your journey towards Indaros. And as you're continuing down the pathway, up ahead you see another wagon heading your direction. Helming this, you see two Ambrian gentlemen sitting on top of it as they're driving the horses. They begin to approach you all, and they don't seem to pay a whole lot of mind to you. They kind of slow down as they're passing you on the pathway. Just kind of stare you down momentarily before just continuing onwards. Any reactions from you?
Quick! Everyone scramble to get underneath this wagon.
All right.
Everybody moves to hide.
But the idea is to get underneath and to hold on to it. To, travel with it.
Okay.
Are they? Which direction are they?
They are heading the direction you came from, so you can certainly go back with.
Oh no! Oh, never mind.
I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't hear that part. No, never mind.
No, that's a bad idea. Everybody get back on our.
But they just pass by you, and as you turn back and they continue on, you can see the back of their wagon is wide open with various crates and barrels in plain view as they're continuing down the pathway.
No, not Trick. Did that not spark your interest or any of that stuff?
I feel like Trick has like those big like sparkle stars in her eyes, like really visibly.
Just say the word, Trick. Just say the word.
Do we have a word? I thought we were supposed to say this is the day Narabzo dies.
No, I'm simply trying to feed your inner stealing thievery that you want. That's all.
So we can do it. It's okay.
Watch this, Kevin. Play victim.
And the Robso starts waving.
Help! Help! Help!
Give me persuasion checks here, Kevin and Narabso.
Oh no. Also we're pariahs, so we have disadvantage.
Oh, cool.
So take the higher rolls, y'all.
Oh boy. 20.
Heck yeah. All right.
10 out of 9.
10 out of 9. They kind of slow down for a moment, and then you just very clearly hear one of them whisper, "The just goblins keep going." He kind of shrugs, and they just kind of whip the horses, and the wagon begins to pick up speed as it continues going by.
Throw a rock. Otney, quick, throw a small rock, not to harm, but perhaps to get their attention. Back of the head, please.
Okay.
Give me an accurate check here, Otney.
Hold on. Let me double check something. So I get to use my vigilant instead of accurate for like long range stuff.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Vigilance
So-
check it is.
That's a 13 out of 15.
13 out of 15. All right. What does it look like for us as you're chucking this rock here?
Yeah, she takes her headband off and she kind of like loops it around her finger like this, and she looks around for like a big chunky rock. Like, I know Narabso said like a nice one, but like it's gonna get a solid hit on this dude. So she picks up a rock and she's just like, boing.
All right. And you see this rock just go soaring through the air as it hits the driver right in the back of the head. And you see his body just go limp as he just slides off the side of the wagon face down in the mud. The other one pulls the cart to a stop, jumps off, and draws his sword as he just starts looking around to see what the hell just happened to his friend here.
Kevin, follow my arms. Put your hand down. No, but now is not the time for that. Follow my arms.
We'll distract him and Trick can go steal stuff out of the wagon. He says,
Yeah.
not very confident.
Yeah. Trick, you hide. Kevin, follow my arms. I need cry. I don't know.
Okay.
And
She
he
just
starts
sits down.
he starts making his way to the back of the wagon, looking around. You! Did you just throw something at us?
Me, them, me, her, us.
You.
Oh,
All of you.
my
Any
friend.
of you.
Please help my friend. My friend needs help. Do you have maybe perhaps a wrap or some herbs, juice?
Somebody threw a rock at us too.
Yeah, we also got hit. We also got hit by rocks. Do you have any Java beans?
What are
Little
those-
beans in a drink?
Cold Java things.
You look fine to me.
No, it's a serious thing. It's an eternal. Are you some type of goblin doctor? Do you know the ins and outs of the inner workings of a Trick? Go do your thing. Do you know the ins and outs of the goblin biology?
All right, I'm gonna need persuasion checks from Odney, Kevin, and Narabso here.
And it's
Trick,
worth noting that as soon as this starts, Tricked is going to try and get in the back of that wagon to steal.
Trick, give me a discreet check.
All right. Amazing.
Ah.
So that is a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
11 out of 5.
Oh,
Persuasive?
Yeah.
persuasive. Yep.
18 out of 9.
Odney just like falls over as though she has been hit by a rock, and she got a 16 out of 5.
And he kind of walks over and just says, "Stop faking. Stand up. I know it was you."
All right. Okay. All right. You caught us. But we have a good reason.
And what was that
for
reason?
Stopping you.
Hmm?
We just saved your life.
From
For
what?
down the road that you're heading,
Mm-hmm.
there was a catastrophe.
Hmm?
A fellow Ambrian of yours, a Templar of the Sun Temple, perhaps, he has gotten hurt. And there is a monster roaming this area. So in order to stop you, we know that most Ambrians don't trust us goblins, so we did what we had to do to seize you and saved your life.
Odney sits up and says, "It's not like I use lethal force."
Do you see him? And he points back, and his
He's
friend is still just
fine.
face down in the mud.
He's asleep. It's fine.
Yeah, he seems better looking than the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy was super stabbed.
And how do I know it wasn't you that super stabbed him?
Just
Oh,
like the stab wound was way bigger than me. Trust me.
Trick,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a vigilance check too as you're searching the wagon here.
Okay. That is a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay. As you're digging through, I'll say you find about a small pouch with about 20 gold pieces in it. You also do find a couple of like small mason jars filled with what look to be those exquisite Java beans that you have been searching for. As you're digging through, that scent just wafts through, and you are immediately drawn to it.
All right, so she's gonna stuff all that in her sack,
All right.
and then she's gonna hightail it out of there.
Okay, give me one more discreet check.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. 9 out of 10.
Okay. As you are jumping out of the wagon, you land right down on the mud just as this Ambrian is turning his back to the others to go check on his friends. He kind of looks towards you and, of course, there's another one. God damn it. Keith, you all right? And he starts walking over to his friend who's completely prone in the mud at this point. And kind of goes over
And
and
he's
says,
like, let's go.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Yep. On your mules, and you guys this way. And don't worry about me. I'll do this. And I tie to 2 of the mules and kind of like mud skate behind them.
okay, for that.
No. I with my axe, I cut a piece of the logs that we were hanging out on because we were at a campfire, and I'm using that to serve.
To surf behind the donkeys. Okay. Narab, so for that, give me a quick check here.
I can do that.
For
11
mud
out of
surfing.
18.
Sure, you fashion yourself a little log surfboard behind one of the mules as you all take off back down the road heading towards Indaros. Turning around, you can see this individual kind of standing up and just like very confused at whatever the hell he's watching take off from him. But you see him help his friend up and then both climb back into their wagon.
None the wiser.
That was a successful heist. Great job, everyone. Great job.
What'd you get, Tricked?
You will not believe this. I got some gold, but most importantly,
Yeah.
I got the ingredients for the hot bean juice.
Oh. That sounds amazing. Perhaps one day we will all take part in this hot bean juice. Maybe before a battle. I think that would be kind of cool to have.
We
Yeah,
just
but first,
each eat a handful of like coffee beans right before fighting.
what we're gonna need next is we're gonna need a way to chill it, and then we're gonna need some goat milk. And if we can get any of that nutty meg, that would be great.
Chick, there are no promises that we will find all these ingredients during this adventure, but I'll keep my eyes open for some of them.
Yeah.
All right. Continuing on, we'll say that the rest of your journey towards Indaros goes without incident as the evening of the 3rd day comes. As you're continuing down the pathway, you see that it begins to come to a slow decline. As you look down below, you can see this incredible city of stone before you. A large stone wall kind of surrounds this area. And this city itself is probably about 4 to 5 times the size of Thistlehold. And you just see these immaculate stone buildings, all of them built out of this pristine white marble looking substance, as these buildings stand anywhere from 3 to 6 stories tall. And this town seems to stretch out for several miles in any direction. But you can see that situated directly in the heart stands this massive castle with about 7 large towers surrounding it and a very unique one right in the center, with this perfectly circular dome roof on top of it. The roof itself made of what looks to be almost onyx, shimmering underneath the moonlight. And you can see very clearly, etched into the center of the onyx roof, that very familiar symbol of the sun sinking on the horizon. But it looks to be that you are standing over the capital city of Indaros. You all begin to make your approach towards the city gates. And as you make your way towards it, which direction would you all like to head?
Yes, Otney.
Actually, for the DM, from our vantage point, were we able to see a clock tower from up there?
There is a clock tower to the northwestern part of the town.
Okay, I think that Odney's just gonna point in that direction, having remembered the note.
Very good, Otney. A great eye, as always. You're certainly one that I could depend on.
And she's just like she's still kind of like crying from earlier when you told her to pretend to cry, but you haven't told her not to stop yet.
You can stop crying. It's actually pretty amazing that your tear ducts have not dried up yet, but this also might be a useful skill that comes in handy.
Okay.
Trick, perhaps on the way we will go into a local shop to find this nutmeg and hot water and those are the only two.
You got it wrong though, boss. It's Nutty Meg.
Nutty Meg. Yep. We'll look for the Nutty Meg and the hot water. Those are the only two ingredients left, right?
Yeah. Well, goat's milk.
Oh, the goat's milk. Right. Those will be at the local shops. Kevin, is there anything you need before we proceed to the northeast?
Actually, quick thing, Nate. I sent you a little chat message.
Oh, did you? Okay, perfect. Yes, okay, perfect. So before we head into the town here, let's go ahead and jump to a quick break. So we will see you all back here in about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And we'll go ahead and pick up our journey from here. Stick around, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for joining us over here on the initiative order. Just a quick reminder, we are raising some funds for our stream this weekend. There's a Ko-Fi link going around down in the chat. All funds go towards helping the channel grow and helping us cover all of our overhead costs of creating streams. The funds will never ever go to the team for personal use. It is all strictly for improving our channel. So if you're able to donate, we super appreciate it. Otherwise, go ahead, sit back, and enjoy the rest of the show. So, we pick back up with our group of goblins. You have all been tasked with finding an ancient goblin artifact called the Eye of Palamuk. And after journeying from your village of Karabadox, we now find ourselves on the outskirts of the capital city of Indaros. As you're sitting up on the crest, Odney has pointed out the clock tower in which a meeting is supposed to be happening at dawn. The actions are the groups. Where would you all like to head within the city?
Hey, boss. Is it okay if I go get the other ingredients?
Well, of course, this is more than okay. Let's say, because the clock tower meeting place were to happen at dawn, let's get there. What time is dawn? Dawn is when the sun's coming up or going down. To the group. Anyone?
I think it's up, boss.
Dawn is up. Great job, Kevin. You get to stick with me. Trick, make sure you take Otney with you so that you both can keep track of time for the meeting place. But before you go, Can I just have maybe 5 of those beans just to pocket for myself?
Yeah, sure. So the thing you need to do is you need to just pop them in your mouth, chew them real good, and they'll give you lots of energy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm a fan of energy. I am a fan. So take the 5. I just put them in my pocket. Kevin, do you want some or no? You know you just want to hang back until the whole thing is here. You're just gonna chill.
If the beans are treasure, sure.
Yes, Kevin. They are highly treasured from our good friend Trick or Treat.
Then I would like some.
All right. Hey.
Kevin, you knew those were treasure. We've been over this.
Everything's treasure if you have to steal it.
Well, not everything is treasure if you have to steal it.
Well,
Some of it is like random trinkets, but oh wow.
Well, all right. Well, we don't want the bad reputation in this particular town. So allow me to lend you some thaler. It seems to be the means of financial trade here. Just give her $10.
Oh,
Chunk of change.
That's a nice chunk of change. Okay.
The business of Goblin in the Box does pretty well.
Wow, boss, you're so rich.
Well, don't tell the other goblins that. I like when we all earn a sense of trust where I can disclose my business and my financial gains.
Should I start a balance sheet for you?
No, Kevin. That's Cranko's job. Cranko does all the positions.
Cranko
it's
does.
Cranko.
Oh, well, Cranko is my right-hand man. He has survived many attempts on his life. Not by me, but just by the
Proxy.
mutants and the Ambrians and perhaps the things that crawl out of the depths of the earth.
I see.
Well, let's go get the what is it? Tricked goat's milk?
Well, yeah, but now boss gave us a lot of money. Boss, do you want us to just straight up get some of those drinks for all of us?
Oh. Well, yeah, if that's easier, there's no need to scavenge up the whole ingredients. We just do that. If that's an easier task, then we can all just go together, I guess.
You can't tell me that the Ambrian capital of the world doesn't have a Starbucks.
What's that I see on the corner?
It's on every single corner in the capital.
You know, foolish of me to try to split the party up. Yeah. Walk in and get these drinks.
Do you remember what they're called, boss?
Yeah, they're the Java Nutty Meg.
But it's got to be cold. You got to say cold Java with nutty Meg sprinkled on top. And we don't ask questions about where they got Meg from, okay? We don't ask them those questions.
Java Nutty Meg. All right. To the local tavern.
Okay. You begin making your way through the streets of the city. Go ahead and give me a vigilance check here as you're trying to spot a tavern and or a coffee shop.
Ooh. I got a 2 out of 10, as I deserved on this roll.
10 out of 12.
Okay.
I'm too busy writing stuff. 16 out of 10.
16 out of 10. Okay, no worries.
What was the attribute one more time?
Vigilance, please.
Oh, yeah, 7 out of 15.
7 out of 15. Okay. So as you're walking through the streets, the first drink shop that you come across is simply called Davakar's Roast. is the first one that you are passing by. Almost immediately as you enter by the main gates, and as you're walking through, Tricked, you are met with that very familiar scent of those lovely treasured coffee beans just wafting through the air. Only this time they smell to be almost like they're slightly burnt as you're walking through this area. But you do have that shop immediately to your left, or you may continue further on into the city to see if you can find something else.
What do you think of this one? Might be a little bit burnt, but smells great.
Well, if you think it smells great, I think this is the place we should be.
How many people are in there right now?
Looking in, there appears to be a line of about 10 Ambrians standing at the counter. And there's a few small circular tables situated in here that have like 2 to 3 seats each, and every seat is full.
Odney is not going inside there. No, that is an auditory nightmare.
Alright, hold on.
And Nerosa starts digging around in his pack to see if he has anything that gets them front of the line type situations.
Oh boy, let me see. Nope, not that. Oh, nope. Whoa, nope, not this ring. Okay, I got it.
And Nerosa walks to the front of the line.
Good afternoon, my good Amrian person. What say you that Neropso and his 4 orders purchases his order, but also includes your order on me?
Do you get me a free drink?
Well, yeah, it's only the most thing that I can return if you'll allow me to purchase my drinks and your drink.
I mean, if you're buying my drink too, by all means, you've been up here the entire time.
Sounds good to me, friend. Barkeep, I will take 4 of your coldest Java Nutty Meg that's super cold drinks in a small, grande, tall, whatever size you think is fit for a goblin of my stature, and also include this fine person's order.
Yeah, I'll take a venti queen's roast, please. And as you look at the menu, it is like $3 for his drink alone.
Jeez.
Ha! That's nothing to an entrepreneur like myself.
All right, 4 of the cold brews and the queen's roast coming up. Let's see, for you. Yeah, we'll call it $15.
Just some math here. No, I'm still good. Here you go.
And he just kind of gets this shit-eating grin across his face as you place the coin on top. And he just scoops it back behind the counter. And he goes behind and starts getting your beverages together. And he hands you 4 drinking horns filled with this very chilly substance that smells very similar to those beans that Tricked had found.
So just doing some math. I know Kevin wanted to be my my books person, but the also likes it also equally. All right, everything's accounted for. There we go. Thank you, sir. And he takes the goblets, 2 hands, 2 and 2, and good evening to you, sir. And he just walks right out.
All right, walking out with the drinks in hand. Your companions are waiting for you there. Drinks are passed around.
What do these drinks do to our tiny goblin metabolisms?
Are you all drinking them?
Yes.
I
Okay.
am pouring it into my water skin.
Save this for later.
All right. Those who drink it, you can feel your eyelids tighten, almost like your eyes are being pulled and held wide open. They get slightly dry, but you can feel your pupils completely dilating as you just get hit with this massive rush of vigor and energy. You'll each get one free advantage.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna pour whatever I don't drink into my water skin to save before we do cool things.
All right.
Odney chugs hers. Like just straight chugged.
It goes down smooth.
What would I roll against to see how well I like it?
Give me a cunning check for that one, Kevin.
8 out of 15.
8 out of 15. It tastes delicious. You are 1,000% a coffee drinker.
Yeah, so after the first sip, then I just do the same thing as
Chug it
Odney.
down like Odney. Okay.
Trick, you're right. These are really great. And my head's just kind of swiveling around because now I'm on a caffeine rush.
Yeah, they're the best kind of treasure around. And Ambrians don't like sharing that kind of treasure with us. But wait, Kevin, did you drink that whole thing already?
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to? Why not?
Yeah.
If I wasn't supposed to, it would have came in a smaller cup.
It's okay. It's okay. How are you feeling?
I don't know, but there's that clock or something that Boss was talking about.
Yeah,
Do we
the
need to
clock,
climb
the tower clock.
Oh, Kevin, I love your suggestion. Perhaps we can climb it to get a better vantage point of the situations.
I just take off.
Okay, you all see Kevin just booking it in the direction of the clock tower. Do you all follow, or is there anything else you would all like to do?
Odney's also gonna run that way.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. All right. Come on, boss. Let's go.
Yep. I'll be right there.
And Rasa doesn't run. He just saunters.
Sauntering up behind him. Okay.
He's noticing that
There's still at least 4 hours to burn, but let them go nuts.
They've got energy.
All right, making your
Thanks
way
to Nutty
through
Meg.
the city of Indaros. This place is also significantly more packed with Ambrians compared to that of Thistlehold. So even though you guys are charging through and kind of shoving your way, it still takes you probably a good 30 or so minutes to make your way over to the clock tower, just fighting against the crowds that are walking through the streets and alleyways here. But as you continue to make your way towards the tower, you just begin to realize how immense this building is. As you look up towards it, you can see that the tower itself probably takes up about 4 city blocks on its own. And you can look up towards it and you see that it stands probably about 10 to 15 stories tall as it just towers over Indaros. There is what appears to be a large stone archway that's completely opened up for the public to kind of go inside the tower. What would you all like to do?
Are there any cool vantage points or little cool nesting areas that Narasu can be close enough to see everything that's happening, be it underneath the clock tower and maybe a little bit on the outsides?
Yeah, you can certainly, looking at some of the surrounding buildings, they're all made of stone, and there's like some wooden support beams that kind of stick out that you could easily use to kind of climb up onto other buildings to kind of get an eye looking down across into the clock tower itself. Or you can try to hide like around some of the pillars that are holding up the tower itself.
Perhaps all of us should take a place amongst the 4 pillars, just high enough to see both inside and outside of this clock tower. And when we raise our hands, that is the signal to strike. Should there be anything worth striking? Now, Trick, I know you are here mainly for to steal treasure, but sometimes these situations require more of a active approach.
I see. I kind of thought we were also here to see Narabzo die.
No. We are questioning. We're not here to see it. We're only questioning if this is the day.
Oh, so it's not gonna happen.
No, maybe.
Yeah, chances are maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. But maybe it will. You know, goblins don't live very long, and even if it does happen, I will simply go into the Davakar forest and maybe return as one of the mighty orgs is what I think we turn into. A troll,
Like
perhaps.
Is it like a butterfly to? It's a butterfly situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We wrap ourselves in the mucus of our death, only to burst out as a beautiful troll
Ogre.
or orger.
Orger.
You
I like
know,
it better.
when you live as
I thought
long as I
orgers what we
have,
did at the Queen's roast.
you kind of forget as you get as old as I am, whether you turn into an ogre or a troll. It can go both ways. It really can, to be honest. If you lose your sanity and your ability to speak and recognize life, you're a troll. But if you remember some of your past, you are an ogre.
I guess we won't know until we get there, though, right?
Precisely.
And that's only if Narabso dies today.
Yep.
I'm still trying to get past the fact that, and like I'm gonna like whip like this book out of like my pack that just has a tome of ancient myths on it. I've never read about this. I
Maybe
didn't
it's
realize
because it's not a myth, because it's true, Tricked.
Oh.
I see.
I don't know. And Audrey starts crying again.
Have we met? Oh, okay. I don't know if I've ever met someone, I guess, who I don't know. I guess it's real then.
Oh, how do you think that our good trusty quest giver Nathand came to be?
He was
He was once a goblin that I actually brought back from the Davakar forest in his ogre form. I instantly knew and recognized him, and as I brought him back, he adjusted quite well to the new life in Krabadox.
Oh.
If that's not in your book, Trick, that's gotta be true. That's what I heard.
I have it.
And as you're all approaching your pillars here, go ahead. And I need everybody to give me a resolute check, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Well, that is a 20.
Okay.
Should I even look at what my number was? It's 20.
6 for 8.
Okay.
19 out of 5.
Oof.
Oh boy.
I got an 18.
Oh boy.
So, Narabso, you are the only person. As you begin to kind of position yourself and head towards your pillar, you feel this tugging sensation, drawing your attention up the tower itself, as you hear a voice in your mind that just says, "Take replace.
Huh. In my inner mind, I
Mhm.
question. Take and replace what?
Take. Replace.
Oh. No.
And the
No.
voice stops. Everybody else, go ahead and give me vigilance checks now too, if you would be so kind.
One else including
Wow.
Rapso?
Yes.
Wow.
18.
14 out of 15.
Okay.
15 for 10.
Oof.
11 for 12.
Okay. Tricked, what'd you get one more time?
18.
18 out of... What's your vigilance?
My vigilance is 10.
10. Okay, so Audie and Arabso, the two of you, from your perspective, begin to hear the sounds of... Sounds like footfall on wooden stairs, kind of echoing from above you. And as you look up, you can see that there are kind of some exposed rafters and beams that kind of run across this tower. But looking up about halfway, you do see some wooden platforms with staircases heading further up the tower itself. And it sounds like there's footfall coming from above.
Should
Footfall being they're coming down?
It just sounds like they are moving around above you. Just foot's falling on the steps themselves.
Oh. Quick. Hide in the shadows of your pillar and do your best to stay vigilant.
Are we able to see up that way or not? Or will we have to go up higher?
From your vantage point, you can kind of make out some silhouettes up on the stairs. You can't quite tell how many, though. But you do just catch the tail end of a couple moving upwards from what you can see.
Okay. Am I able to... is there anywhere else that I can continue to climb and try to be, like, stealthy as I do so?
From within the tower, you don't see anything.
Okay. So probably... is there... what about... do we see any, like, stairs or ladders from where we're at that could lead to the floors above us?
Not inside the tower. You can certainly look around the outskirts of the tower, though, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just hide then until did people see us come into the tower? Is there a lot of people in and out of the tower right now?
There's a few individuals down here, but nobody seems to really be paying much mind to any of you.
Okay. Then I'm actually going to climb down off of my column and go back outside and see if there's any like areas off the beaten path to like ascend the tower from. Not to actually start climbing, but just to like and make sure there's like not a lot of people around and stuff, like, scouting out a spot to climb up.
Sure, yeah. As you kind of look around and kind of make your way towards the back side of the tower, it does look like there is a church situated across the street from it, with a tower coming off the church and a bridge connecting the two buildings.
Oh. Okay. I'll go back over to where Narabso is and like motion for him to come down really quick and just tell him like, I think the eye thing is supposed to be here somewhere, but up.
Oh, all right. I suppose we could probably investigate and try to get up there as stealthily and as prepared as possible.
There's a connection from the church over there, and Ani will point over across the way at the like sky bridge thing.
Is the sky bridge roofed, or is it just an opening for a bridge that leads?
It's just a complete opening.
All right, perhaps we can get on the roof of this church, and then we'll cross. You don't want to walk into a holy place. Yeah, it's never good when you walk into a church.
Unless you want to convert.
It could easily be a cult as well. Let's not jump to conclusions of whether they are a positive thing or a culty negative thing. We rather just best to avoid it at all costs. And then tricked. He does like a little gather.
Got it, boss.
So I scurry down.
Gotta get on the roof of this church, take this bridge across, and then we'll enter into the clock tower.
Cool. Let's go.
Okay. And I just take off because I'm still
Okay.
Java high.
Give me a quick check, Kevin, as you begin hurrying your way over towards the tower here.
Good lord. 18 out of 13.
Oof. Okay. Feeling that rush of caffeine, you start making your way over towards the church, and as you kind of start to get ready to start climbing up, you just feel this tightness in your hamstring for a moment as it just kind of makes you wince in pain for a moment and slows you down momentarily. You are able to kind of pull yourself back up, though, and continue making your way over there, just not quite as quickly as you would have hoped. Anybody else following?
Yeah, following.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody is going over to the church and trying to climb up to the bridge. Give me a quick check.
11 for 18.
Okay.
15
7
out of 13.
Okay. So, Audie, sorry, what was that?
7
7?
out of 13.
Okay, and Tricked?
15 out of 13.
15 out of 13? Okay. So, even though you two are high and getting that caffeine rush, you and Kevin are struggling to climb up this building. As it just feels like all of your muscles are slowly tightening up and fatiguing on you a bit. But Audie and Narab, so the two of you are quickly able to dart up to the rooftop of this building. And you can certainly help your friends up if you want to.
Oh yeah, no.
Perfect.
Yeah, come here. There you go. All right.
Lifting each other up onto the top of the church, you have the sky bridge in front of you, connecting over to the clock tower itself.
Proceed with caution, everyone.
Are there people on this sky bridge?
No.
Okay. Yes, let's make a. Audie's gonna cross it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you doing this quietly or just going ham?
I think I'll probably do it stealthily, just because that's kind of what I've been doing.
Okay. Discreet check if you'd be so kind.
Oh golly, no, I'm not doing it stealthily.
All right.
Neither am I.
All right. You two just go clopping across the wooden planks, Tricked and Kevin. Are you just following?
I
or are
would
you
at
being
least went
sneaky as
over.
well?
Yeah, gotta just follow since they're clopping along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all make your way now into the clock tower itself, you find yourself on this small wooden platform. You can see a wooden staircase that just follows along the wall, heading all the way up, farther and farther into the top. As you are standing on this platform, you hear the sounds of... It sounds like a couple ambients talking, as their voices are kind of echoing down. Followed by what sounds like a deep guttural scream that just echoes down in your direction. And you hear one of the Ambrians just yell out, almost sounds to be in excruciating pain. As you're standing here and you start to hear some of the beams kind of crack and break above you as this body just comes falling down, landing directly on the platform at your feet. As you now see a dead Ambrian before you. You look, and you can see that he's wearing the same type of Templar armor as the one that Odni had found before. And you can see that there are piercing marks in this armor as well, very similar to that jagged shape that Odni had seen.
Oh boy, alright team, let's remember, we do not need to be heroes in this situation. Trick seems very adamant about going up to see if there's treasure, but we do not need to be heroes.
What if the treasure is the eye thing? And if Odni's gonna look up to like where the body fell, is there anything looking back at me?
There is nothing looking back at you.
Okay.
However, everybody go ahead and give me a fresh round of resolute checks, though, if you'd be so kind.
7 out of 7.
7 for 7, okay. 4 of 8, okay.
12 out of 7.
Okay.
2 out of 5.
Okay, excellent. So everybody but Odni this time. You almost feel this sickening sensation roll over you as you feel something once again just pulling you, calling you towards the top of this tower. And this time, Kevin, Tricked, and Narabso, you all hear that voice. Take. Replace.
No. Kevin and Trick, if you happen, and Otney, if you guys hear something telling you to take and replace in your inner mind, tell this voice, no.
No.
Most times, anything that invades your brain and is telling you to do stuff is usually a bad sign. So you make sure you stay resolute and tell this thing no.
No. Got it, boss.
It hasn't happened to Odni yet, so she's just looking at you guys like you're all crazy.
And you hear...
Tricked. You tell the
Yeah?
voice no. You tell the voice no.
Oh, hey, boys, no.
There you
No.
go.
And you hear the sound, as you're telling this voice no, of this heavy scraping sound of some kind of metal being dragged across the wood coming from up above. And you can hear the faint pleas of an Ambrian voice coming from above, as it sounds like somebody begging for their life, before you hear just a quick like splattering of blood to kind of splash across the floor above you as a body just thuds, and you see it slide down from above you and fall down to the bottom of the tower.
Well, that's gonna alert someone for sure.
All right. And Rosa raises his hand.
Yeah, you, I guess.
Trick. It's time to do the thing.
Oh,
Yep.
it's time to think.
All right, you guys. On the count of 3, you know exactly what to say. 1, 2, 3. Is this
the day that
Narabso
Narabso
dies?
And I take off my 2 axes. And I very bravely follow me and go marching up the stairs, like kind of not discreetly, but just like cautiously in battle mode.
Okay.
He will follow with bow drawn.
Okay.
I have a stiletto, I guess.
All right. Weapons drawn, heading up the staircase. You continue to follow it up the remaining 6 stories. As you begin to kind of crest towards the top on this large platform, this platform itself sitting just behind the clock face itself, the pale moonlight kind of illuminating through the stained glass, you just see the silhouette of this massive figure. Looks to be standing probably about 7 or so feet tall, as he's wielding this very long pole that has an axe head on either side of it. As he kind of slams it down on the ground and kind of turns towards you, you can see that he's not very super armored, but his skin is almost like this muted green pale color. You see he's got these very jagged ears and pointed nose, as it looks to be you are staring at just a behemoth of a goblin before you. As he sees you all kind of cresting the top of the stairs, you just hear him say, "Where is it?"
That's a big goblin.
Don't know.
And he kind of like cocks his head as he looks towards you, Narabso. And he begins to raise his axe above his head. And he's just going to go ahead and swing it down towards you. You can choose to defend against this attack, or you can just roll your defense on it, your armor. How would you like to react, Narabso?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I have something. I have something cool. Where are you? Use quick. Acrobatics. Quick to avoid free attack. On fail, I stay or take damage. I will use my quick to avoid a free attack.
Okay, you're going to have a -2 to this roll from his attack, so go ahead and roll your quick.
10 for 16.
10 for 16, okay. As his axe comes swinging down towards you, what does it look like as you're dodging out of the way?
So it's coming a bit down, straight down, right?
Correct, yes.
So as I see it, I put the axe back onto my back, and I do a backflip into like a hero pose, a hero landing. And yeah, that's how cool I look avoiding this axe.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and get everybody's quick scores, if you would all be so kind.
13.
13 for Odney, okay.
18.
18 for Narabsa, okay.
13.
13 for Kevin, okay.
11.
And 11 for Tricked, okay. Narabso, you are up next as this goblin has just swung his axe down as it kind of sticks down, splintering the wooden platform that you are standing on. The actions are yours. What would you like to do?
Does it take away an action if I eat some of the beans?
I'll let that be a free action for you.
I'm eating some of the beans.
Eating some of the beans.
Is this
okay.
initiative? Was that initiative, Nate?
This is initiative, correct.
I have a ability,
Ooh.
tactician.
Oh.
So I use cunning instead of quick.
Oh, perfect. What is your cunning score?
15.
15? Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
And then I go, let's dance, big boy. And I rush towards in to use my ability. Oh boy, so long.
survival, which grants me 1 extra movement per scene. So I'm first coming in to do an attack on his hand to try to um, just cause pain around his wrists so that he drops this weapon.
Okay.
And then after that, for the second movement, I'm just backing up just to create distance again.
Okay. Give me an accurate for your attack against his hands here.
Oh, 20. Wait, I ate the beans. Do the beans do anything?
You have 1 free advantage.
Whoa! Which one did you say? My accurate?
Accurate, yes.
Oh, 16 for 14.
16 for 14. You go in with your hand axes ready to kind of crush down on his hands in hopes of getting him to drop his weapon. Unfortunately, he's significantly more agile than he looks as he quickly just kind of takes it and flips it back above his head. You are able to back up, though, and put a little bit of distance between yourselves. With that, we are over to Kevin.
So I took as my adept ability backstab. Does this come into play here?
Remind me of backstab.
So at adept it says the character's backstab deals extra damage as above. As above says 1 attack per turn made from advantage deals plus 1d4 damage.
Gotcha.
So I guess the question is, am I attacking at advantage or does this give me advantage?
We will say because of where Narabsa's at to him, we'll give you advantage on the roll.
Okay. And this part, I forget how. What am I rolling against?
So you're gonna
here?
roll your accurate.
Okay. It says the character may use discreet instead of accurate when making attacks.
Perfect.
While at an advantage.
Roll against your
Okay.
discreet then.
It's only 1 difference. So my discreet's an 11. 11 out of 11.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and give me your damage now.
So stiletto is 1d6 plus a 1d4. This is the ability. So 6 plus 2 is 8. And then at adept, it says the attack opens a wound that bleeds heavily, inflicting 1d4 damage each turn following the attack. So I guess on its next turn it has to roll that? I'm not sure.
Yeah. So on the next round, you'll roll a d4 for the additional damage. So
Okay.
what does it look like, Kevin? As you see Narabso dip out of the way, this creature spins its axe above his head. You see your opening. What does it look like as you go in for the stab here?
So I'm still sped up from caffeine, so I'm just going to run in, slide, because I took rogue as the archetype, I guess, and just come in and just stab and then come back around the other side to kind of be out of any wrap around of his axe or stuff.
All right, excellent. And your stiletto pierces through the skin, plunging in probably a good 6 inches or so before you kind of pull it out. And you can see that there is just a massive pool of blood kind of forming at that wound as it just starts dripping down onto the wooden planks below. With that, Odney, it is your go.
How many eyes does this guy have?
Just 2.
And they're both there?
They're both there.
I'm going to shoot him in the eye.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me an accurate roll here.
I use vigilant instead of accurate, sir.
Even better. Okay.
That's a 2 out of 15.
Of course it is. Okay. Go ahead and roll me your damage, Odney.
Wouldn't be very good if it wasn't good at shooting, would I? 3 damage.
3 points of damage. Oof. Okay. All right. You take your arrow, knocking it back, firing away. Your arrow flies true, piercing through his eyelid. As he just kind of reels back in pain for a moment, you see him just kind of take the end of the arrow and just snap it off and toss it to the side. But One Eye
I'd
is...
also like to move.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to like skirt around the edge of the platform that we're on.
Okay.
To move along, to basically move on the other side of from where the rest of the team is. So I'll be behind him or whatever direction he's facing.
Perfect. Got it. Okay. With that, we are over to Tricked.
All right, I'm gonna try and take a shot at his good eye left with my sling.
Okay, sure. Give me an accurate check.
Okay. Well. That was a 19 out of 9.
Oof. Seeing Audie's arrow fly true, trying to follow suit with your sling. You take it, you fire back, unfortunately going completely wide and missing his other eye.
Well, I am gonna though do what Odney did with my movement. I'm also gonna skirt around.
Okay, no worries. With that, we are back to Big Boy here. See now Kevin also down at his feet. He's going to go ahead and take his attack towards you, Kevin. So you can use your reaction to try to defend, or you can just roll your armor against the damage.
I guess I'll try to defend.
Okay, so whatever your defense score is, you're going to subtract 2 from it.
Okay.
And you have to roll...
11.
So 9 is now your
And
target number. Yep. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Hey yo, 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9. Excellent. As he's taking the back part of his axe and swinging upwards towards you, you're quickly able to dodge out of the way of it. Go ahead and roll me the d4 for the bleeding damage that he's taken.
3.
3. Oof. Nice. Okay. With that, we're over to Narabso.
Where is this behemoth goblin in relation to that opening where he was just slinging the bodies down?
So he currently has his back to the clock facing, so he's probably about... The opening itself is probably about 10 feet in front of him.
Okay. I want to position my body there.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of call it over to distract it so that it comes towards me. But I'm going for a twin attack right at its belly.
Okay.
And that is all right. 2 out of 14.
2 out of 14. Excellent. Give me that damage.
Boy. 8 plus 1. So that's 9 for the first hit. And then 8 for the second one for a total of, I don't know, math. 17.
17. Okay. As you're taking your hand axes, you see the nasty gash that Kevin had created, kind of planting your axe right in there and just dragging it across this creature's belly, beginning to just kind of tear through the fat and the flesh. He's looking pretty rough, but he is still standing. With that, we're over to Kevin.
We banked 1 advantage, right, from the Java?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, I would like to cash that in.
Okay.
Do little stylish number. I'm gonna move away from him, back away, and as I turn to face him, I'm gonna let go of my throwing knife.
Okay. Throwing your knife at him. Perfect. Give me, I believe you get to roll with your discreet on this.
Yeah, because I used the advantage, so...
Yep, perfect.
here. 12 and a 15. So as stylish as that was, I miss.
Oh man, and your knife just goes flying and just kind of sticks in the wall right over between Tricked and Odney, unfortunately missing. With that though, we are on to Odney.
So he's looking pretty bad.
He's a little rough right now.
He's pretty distracted right now.
A little bit.
I'm gonna do I see any like boxes or crates or chests or even like bodies in the room? Because Odney's gonna remember this is where that thing is we're supposed to find potentially.
Give me a resolute check at advantage, if you would be so kind.
I'm not really great at resolute, so let's see. 7. So I got with advantage I got a 5.
A 5? Okay. So because you are specifically looking for this item, you notice that in the corner of the room, there's like this little small ornate like handkerchief that looks to be very, very neatly folded up around something. And you can feel that energy once again pulling you towards that corner of the room.
Okay, I'll head over there.
Okay. All right. With that, we are on to Tricked. It is your go.
I'm going to attempt to sling him again in the other eye.
Okay. Give me an accurate roll.
Okay, that is a 6 out of 9.
6 out of 9. Okay, give me that damage.
Okay. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. What does it look like here as you are slinging towards his other eyeball?
With the power of the Java inside of me, I like flick my arm around, nail the landing with like a screech, and it just goes straight into his eye.
All right. And as it kind of just punctures through, you see him kind of like grab his eye and almost fall backwards a little bit. And as he's leaning back and Rob, so you can see it, the gash you have made is starting to tear his flesh and muscles even further in his belly. Still holding on though. Kevin, roll your d4 for that bleeding damage.
You're muted, man.
That'll be a big one.
Big 1 point. 1 point is still
I
1
thought that's
point.
what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 1.
It is now his go. As he's kind of looking around and distracted, he sees you, Odney, kind of heading towards the corner, and he's just going to take his axe and swing backwards down towards you. So you can go ahead and roll to defend against this roll if you want to.
That's you, Otney.
Roll again. Oh, to check against the willpower?
So you'll roll your defense against his attack.
Defense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it'll be your defense at a -2 though.
Defense. So an 11 minus 2, so that would be a 9.
9, correct. Yep.
So I need to get under a 9.
Yep.
No, get a 12.
12. Okay. Does your armor have any type of protection on it?
It's just light armor, no
Just light
special tags or anything.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead.
1d8 protection.
Okay, go ahead and roll the d8.
6.
6. Okay. You're still gonna take 3 points of slashing damage as he slams his axe down across, dragging it right across your chest. With that though, we are over to Narabso. It is your go.
I imagine this thing is his back is towards me now.
Correct.
I'm running up and taking my 2 axes, and I want to jam it in its shoulders, and I want to kind of rear it back and go for like a throw to send this thing down the hole behind.
Okay. Give me. This is gonna be a strong check, Narab, so because this guy's freaking massive. Let's see what you got.
Narapso has no bounds.
For accurate, that is 13 for 14.
Okay.
And the damage is 8.
Okay.
8 total. Yeah, that's 8 total.
Give me a strong check here as well as you're trying to flip him over you.
10 for 17. I'm strong, boy.
Oh wow. Okay. Narabso, you take your hand axes, leaping up, digging down into the meat of his shoulders. As you kind of take your legs and kind of begin pushing yourself off of his mid back and start pulling backwards, you can hear the flesh and fat and muscle fibers of his stomach begin to tear as you are pulling all of your weight backwards with you. And you just see his torso become completely removed from his legs as he splits in half, and the big torso part just goes rolling backwards, falling down the clock tower. Just you hear the sounds of beams cracking and breaking down below underneath the weight of this creature just falling down.
Otney, you okay? Did any of that get on you?
Agni's like you see Agni like climb up the little dresser space or whatever box to like grab the handkerchief with the like item on it and like turn around and give him like a thumbs up. Just like bleeding everywhere.
All right, is everyone accounted for? Trick, you all right?
I'm fine, boss.
Kevin?
I'm here. I'm good.
Oh, I think that was pretty successful, you guys. Come on.
No goblin's dead this time.
Yeah.
Let me just check his pockets really quick since his pockets are still here.
Odney, I need a resolute check from you.
Got it. 3 out of 7.
3 out of 7. Okay. As you pick up this handkerchief, you feel almost this burning sensation in the palm of your hand as you're holding this item. You can feel and see almost these like shadows trying to creep out of it and trying to pierce into your veins. But luckily your willpower is strong enough to where you're able to stave them off, so you don't take any corruption off of holding this item.
Okay.
But you do hear that voice in your head that just says, replace.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over. Wait, is the other guy's upper half still on this floor?
No, the upper half is gone. It's down below.
What about the other Ambrian dude? Is he still up here? Are there any bodies up here?
There's no more corpses up here. They have all since fallen down the hole.
All right. How compelled am I to listen to this voice?
Give me one more resolute check here.
A 15 out of 7.
Ah, you were fine. You were fine.
No, I wasn't. I was questioning it.
As you're fighting the willpower of the corruption itself, as that voice begins ringing in your head once more, you can't help but unfold the handkerchief.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, about the size of a goblin eye, this small stone sitting in the palm of your hand with these ancient Davokar runes just carved all around the pupil, as it just glows this almost like faint amber color. And you just feel the temptation to press it into your skull.
Hey, boss.
Yeah?
This rock really wants me to put it in my face.
Oh, no, that's never a good thing when something wants you to do that. Bring it here, bring it here. Hold on. And
She's gonna like hold it like this and like walk over to it like this, like.
I rip the pocket off of the rest of the corpse, just the pocket, like pocket chief, and put it in this pocket, and we'll keep it safe.
She's gonna like bring it, but not like let go of the rock, like bring it closer to you.
Give me another resolute check, Odney.
What is it? 7, 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7. You are holding it so tightly. But you don't quite have it in you to just smash it into your face just yet. What would you like to do?
It's gonna be one of those situations where like somebody's trying to hand something to someone else and like the other person is having to like
Come on, put it in. No, give me
like,
the
let
precious.
go.
Give me the precious. Come on.
She
Give
lets
it
go.
Here. Give it here. Thank you.
I take off the goblin's like sock. Is he wearing socks? I take off his sock. And I put it in there too. And I tie this thing super tight.
We must return this back to Kravadox, everyone. This is what we came for. Trick, did you happen to find any treasures? Is this adequate enough for the treasures for you and Kevin?
Yeah, is
Well,
there anything else to loot? Crates, anything?
Up here, there's not much left up here that you're seeing.
Do you want to check the Ambrian man, the people in the armor downstairs?
Ooh, let's go, Kevin.
Yeah. I go running after Trick.
Okay.
Bodies.
Go ahead and give me vigilance checks as you're searching through the pockets of the dead Ambrians here.
Finally, I got a 1.
Natural 1.
Yes.
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Okay. Kevin, as you're kind of searching through the pockets, you find about 20 thaler.
Oh.
Tricked, as you were searching through the pockets, you find about 5 thaler, but you also find this very ornate key and a piece of parchment.
Oh.
And if you unfold the parchment, it reads, "Key to the Queen's vault. Keep it safe."
Kevin.
What'd you
Kevin.
get? I got 20 thaler. I'm rich.
We're gonna steal so much stuff. Read this note.
We should show this to boss. He's gonna be so happy.
I don't think Boss likes treasure that much, but sure. Boss, in fact, just keeps being like, "Blah, blah, blah. Let's go get, I don't know, an eyeball. And like, I don't know, go and find vantage points. And never treasure. No. We always have to do that as like an afterthought. Hey, boss.
It's a good reward, though.
I want to steal.
Did you not steal from the bodies down below? There was bodies. You stole from bodies.
There's a part 2 to it, though.
Oh?
Yeah. So basically, okay, wait. Yeah, okay. Here's how it's gonna go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
now
listening.
I've got this cool thing,
Uh-huh.
this cool key right here,
Uh-huh.
and apparently it opens up the Queen's reserves, right?
Oh.
So the way I see it, we can
Uh-huh.
do like, have you ever seen that screenplay like Oceanus, like the 11 or something?
Okay. All right.
So imagine that, but
Uh-huh.
all goblins.
Oh. This could very well help to fund the Brotherhood of the Goblins. Have I ever told
Show
you
me.
about my ploy to take down the Templar scum in our society?
You have not. No, you've told me a lot of things, but never specifically that. More so about Ambrians. Sometimes you
Yeah.
talk about somebody named like Kin Lego Lana or something and
Right.
gloves. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
going along with it.
Right. Okay,
And
alright.
Crankle.
Alright. New plan, everyone. Well, while we're here in... What is this place called again? The capital of Indoris. Perhaps we can make a detour to this queen's vault.
Mhm.
And we'll, but this secret mission, this stays between the four of us. Because I don't know if Nathan will appreciate the fact that we didn't immediately bring back the Eye of Pal of Blood. So perhaps we'll do our detour, let's go to the Queen's vault, maybe procure some more Toad Java drinks, and then perhaps return back to Karabadox.
And we're gonna buy so many cold Javas.
I think overall you probably earned the right, given that you did take out the giant eyeball of the behemoth goblin. May he rest in peace.
Pieces, right?
Pieces!
Yeah,
I set you up for that one.
Yeah, let's go raid the Queen's Reserves. I'm down.
And we should probably leave the scene
Let's go.
of everything that's happened before the proper authorities come. I don't even know why the guy had the note that says meet underneath the Queen's tower. It is very, very convenient if you ask me.
And with that, we'll see you all disappear into the night with the now key to the Queen's vault in hand. And perhaps that's something that is explored later on down the line. But thank you all so much for joining us today for Symbaroum. It's been a hot minute since I've had this crew back. So thank you all so much to my lovely chaotic players for joining us. Thank you to all of you lovely viewers and all of you out there in the community. Super appreciate you. To those who have donated to our channel fundraiser, thank you so much. Again, all those funds, they do not go to the team. They are strictly for helping the channel grow and help putting everything back to our streams and to our community. So truly, thank you all so much. We do have one more game to wrap out our fundraising weekend coming up at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Masks being run by our very own Pluto Cleric. They are absolutely fantastic. So make sure to check that out later on tonight. But before we go, let's go ahead and wrap it out with our wonderful cast of goblins once more. Let's start off with Keith this time, please.
Thanks for coming by, everybody, and thanks for supporting the channel and our community. You can find me on IG. I'm not Kevin Bacon. It was great to play with my crew again. It's great seeing all of you.
It was awesome having you back at the table. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Leroyal.
Hey everybody, I am Leroyal on all social medias at Royalty No Y. Yeah, you can catch me mainly on Instagram. I'm trying to get back over into Twitch as well. If you would like to see some super creative videos, make sure you check them out on my Instagram and or TikTok. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us.
Thank you so much. Let's go over to Kelsey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for supporting our channel. You can find me on social media at Tombs and Tomes.
Thank you very much. And Christine.
Hey everybody, I'm Christine, and you can find me all across the internet as Slumberjane on Twitch and slumber.jane on Instagram. And thank you guys so much for participating in the entire weekend. It was lovely to play for you all. Multiple days. Yay, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. As for myself, I'm Nate. I help run things here on the initiative order. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm on Instagram, Blue Sky, at nride93. Not super active there, but I'm there if you want to follow. Otherwise, you can find me lurking around our Discord, which there will be a link going around in the chat. To join our Discord, please do come hang out with us, come play games with us. We want to meet you. We just want to have a good time with all of our nerdy friends. And I guarantee you will find somebody that shares some kind of fandom within the Discord. There's so many wonderful, wonderful people in there. Thank you all so much. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, and we will see you all in the next adventure.